Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Navigating Singlehood as a Christian Single podcast. This is going to be one podcast that is going to be a blessing to singles. If you are a single and you're watching this video right now, follow me. I can guarantee you that you're going to be so blessed. You're going to experience transformation. You're going to start taking your life seriously. You're going to start taking your life seriously. I found it imperative. This is going to be the introductory video to the podcast. And I saw the need for us to lay the foundation on what singlehood is all about and what singlehood is not. Because I have had discussions with singles as a counselor, and I can tell you that many of them are living unfulfilled lives as singles because they believe that, or the societal norm is that you can only be fulfilled when you're married. And now that we have so many depressed marriage people, some of them are beginning to think that, some singles are beginning to think that, okay, maybe life in general is not worth it, and that is not how God intended it. In the eyes of God, every phase of your life is important. Your childhood is important. Your teen years are important. Your adulthood is important. Your singlehood is important. Your marriage life is important. Your parental life or parenthood is important. Grandparenthood is important. Or whatever phase in your life you find yourself, it's important in the eyes of God, and there is a purpose for it, and God intends for you to live out that phase of your life purposefully. And what you should be doing is aligning with what God is doing in your life in that season to see it manifest. And that is why singlehood is a very important phase in your life. And that is why you have to be intentional about it. You need to find out, what am I supposed to be doing? Or what is God doing during this phase of my life? And how can I align with God to birth His purpose and plans for my life as a single person? That is why we're doing this podcast. And that is why I'm doing this introductory video. And I want to give a disclaimer, because each time I've had discussions on this topic in the various platforms that I've had discussions in. I always receive backlashes because people think that I am glorifying singlehood at the detriment of marriage. I love marriage. I am one person who, if it depended on me, I would have gotten married when I was a little kid because I adored marriage. As a matter of fact, my parents had a very beautiful marriage. And I'm surrounded with people who have beautiful marriages. The people in my immediate circles. I know that some people who are surrounded with people who have bad marriages, and it's discouraging them. I am surrounded with people who have very good marriages. Like, it's not like it's perfect, but they have thriving marriages, and you see them put in the work to make it work. And so marriage is something that I love. The downside of it is that I have worked in the divorce court for over 10 years, and I have seen marriages break down. And I don't desire, and it's not something that I wish even on my worst enemy. So I desire healthy marriages, not only for myself, but for everybody, for every single, even the married people. I desire to see them striving, enjoying their marriages and not enduring it. And personally, my personal opinion, which I think is also Christian opinion, it's kingdom opinion, is that we should lay emphasis on building healthy singles. If we build healthy singles, we are going to build healthy marriages. I repeat, if we build healthy singles, we're going to build healthy marriages. You cannot give what you don't have. You cannot expect a healthy marriage. You cannot expect a healthy marriage when you are dysfunctional. You cannot expect a healthy family when you come from a dysfunctional family and you've not done anything about your dysfunctionality. And I think that many people are not conscious of the fact that they can only reproduce what they are familiar with. That is why information is very important. And that is why we are doing Navigating Singlehood as a Christian single. Because unfortunately, many Christians are not aware of this. And so if you're a Christian single and you're watching me, this is the best program for you. If you desire to be a healthy single, if you desire to live intentionally as a single, if you desire to be happy, to be a happy single, because that's what God desires for you. To be a happy, to be a fulfilled single, so that you can be a happy and a fulfilled married person. This platform is for you, and Navigating Singlehood as a Christian single is for you. You're going to learn, you're going to laugh, you're going to grow. So, singlehood is not a curse. I as a counselor, I've had discussions with many girls who feel so depressed because society have made them to believe that because they're not married, they're useless. No, that is not God's plan. See, every phase of your life, just as I earlier said, is very important in the eyes of God. And what you should be doing is trying to find out the plan and purpose of God for your life in that season. Partner with Him in birthing forth His purpose in your life. So you're not useless because you're single. And this is a narrative that people spread. And we need to put an end to it. And that's why we're running Navigating Singlehood as a Christian single. Sometimes when I have discussions with these singles, I am so pained. Some of them feel so insecure. They feel so unfulfilled. And they believe, unfortunately, that the kind of fulfillment that they're going to need to make them happy is when they are married. This cannot be further from the truth. Marriage people, should we tell them? Oh God, I shouldn't be laughing because sometimes it breaks my heart, because when I encounter a single who has this kind of mindset, I know that she's going to make a very bad partner. Yeah, I know that you're going to make a very bad partner. I'm just like, if God were to give you marriage now, believe me, you're going to make a very bad partner. When you think that you are unhappy as a single, and you will only be happy when you get married. Some of them, society have made many singles to believe that they are incomplete without a partner. They are useless without a partner. I've heard people say it. I've read comments that people have said. And so many people are living their singlehood in a limbo. They see it as a phase that they just need to skip and be married and be fulfilled. And this cannot be further from the truth. It is actually the phase where you build. It is actually the phase where you start putting the right foundation, not only for your life, but for your future family. We'll go into depth in these different aspects in the podcast. So I just wanted to lay this foundation. Your singlehood is an important phase in your life, not only for your personal development, but also for you to lay the right foundation for the kind of family that you want to have in the future. Singlehood is the time. Let me quote Dr. Mike Morrow. It is the time where you where you have the most important relationship with the most important people in your life, God and you. If you don't know how to have a relationship with God, you don't have a relationship with yourself, how do you intend to have a relationship with others? Why do you need to have a relationship with God? You need to have a relationship with God because God is your source. And if you need to know anything about yourself, you need to find out from God, because we came from God. And it is only in God that you'll be able to know how to love yourself and be able to love others. It is not vice versa. It has to come with, it's God, it's you, and others. That's why the Bible says that word. You shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your soul, and you shall love what? Your neighbor as yourself. You can only love your neighbor to the measure that you love yourself, and you can only love yourself to the measure that you have experienced or have an encounter with the love of God. And that is why singlehood is the most important phase in your life. If you intend to build any meaningful relationship, any healthy relationship, either friendship, either partnership, family, or a romantic relationship, it starts with you. Find you. And then you can introduce you to others. Some people are carrying dysfunctionalities, false identities. I don't want to get in ahead of myself. And what they introduce to the world is their false identity, which is the resulting factor of traumas and bad experiences. On this podcast, you're going to learn. On this podcast, you're going to laugh. On this podcast, you're going to grow. So watch out for our episodes. We're going to be releasing every Friday. Every Friday. We've already started shooting. So be sure that in the coming weeks, you're going to be having new episodes from us. Follow me on my YouTube channel, MT Shines Official. I'm going to be on TikTok, on this Facebook page, but we'll be releasing our full videos on my YouTube channel. You're just going to be having snippets of our discussions in the various social media platforms, because we can't load heavy videos. But onto YouTube, we get to load heavy videos on YouTube. And if you're single, Christian single, follow me. We actually have, I have a forum, Warriors Bride Forum, where we have intense trainings on the various issues that we're going to be raising. So I want you to follow me. If you want to become a part of our community, Warrior Brides, the Warrior Brides, reach out to me, and we're going to add you in the group. We have a retreat that is coming next month, and our retreats are always so impactful. Our retreats are always so educative. Our retreats are always so transformatory and power packed, because we pray a lot. So watch out for the next episode on navigating singlehood as a Christian single, which is going to be the purpose for singlehood. And we'll be having an amazing guest all the way from South Africa, who'll be speaking to us on that subject matter. Thank you very much, and see you soon. Shalom.